What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Gould's Gaming and Tech channel. Yeah, the Apple launch event is right around the corner, I would say, because the year seems like it speeds up pretty quick. I mean, it is February. I think it's still February. Time moves pretty quick, man. And people are going to get very excited about what this iPhone 15 is going to look like. And then also iOS 17, what kind of new features they're going to add. Definitely, since we've gotten introduced to that dynamic island, we're seeing what Apple is going to expand upon with that feature. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully you guys are too. But before we get into that, if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you appreciate this content. And if you're new or returning, make sure to hit that like button on your way in or out. That would be greatly appreciated. We are on MacRumors.com. MacRumors is a pretty reliable source. They're basically talking about what is to be expected with iOS 17. So for those of you who signed up for the public beta of, the iOS systems, myself included, you're getting these updates of iOS 16 point whatever it is beta, because they keep adding more as they're testing out features, so on and so forth. So you're seeing some changes here and there on your phone, but it's all a build up until you get to the iPhone or the iOS 17. This article basically discusses pretty much what's to be expected with iOS 17. So as you scroll down here, you see it says iOS 17 will introduce Apple's next generation of CarPlay, which will offer deeper integration with vehicle functions like AC. That will be a nice feature. I'm very interested to see how that will actually work with CarPlay to control your AC from CarPlay. If you do have a vehicle that does have some kind of touchscreen component to it, I see it wouldn't be that hard to kind of integrate that, but vehicles that don't have that, I feel like that might be tougher. But I'm assuming you can't do CarPlay without the touchscreen, so I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so they'll integrate functions like utilizing the AC, FM radio, support multiple displays across the dashboard. Increase personalization. So it sounds like you'll be able to not only maybe have Spotify up, but maybe have maps up at the same time, which I believe you can. Maybe I'm thinking about Android Auto, that you can definitely do that. You will be able to have multiple displays up at the same time, so that's pretty cool. Increased personalization, so a little customization, we all love that, and more. With committed brands included Acura, Audi, Ford, Honda, Mercedes-Benz, Nissan, Porsche, Volvo, and others. So it sounds like Apple got with these car makers and they're saying, hey, this is our idea, this is what we're going to try to incorporate when you're making these cars. Maybe they're saying, hey, this is the chip that's going to allow us to integrate the software in it, so maybe you guys can manufacture it with this chip. I don't know. I don't know the process on how they kind of coordinate that and set that up, because CarPlay, obviously it's synced with your phone. iOS 17 is also expected to allow alternative app stores on the iPhone in Europe. Oh, only in Europe, but that's interesting because Apple's very Apple. So they don't really like people coming in, third-party people. They don't like that coming in. So the fact they're going to do this, that's pretty cool. I don't live in Europe, but I'm pretty sure that people in Europe will appreciate this. So that's pretty cool. In the meantime, Apple has made the first iOS 16.4 beta available to developers and public testers. The updates include a range of new emojis, support for web push notifications, podcast app improvements, and a change that will prevent iPhone users from getting access to the iOS 17 developer beta for free, when it becomes available. Okay, so as you can see, Apple's WWDC typically begins in early June. The week-long developers conference, Apple will also announce the Mac OS 14, Watch OS 10, TV OS 17, and reportedly the Reality OS / XR OS separating systems or operating systems for Apple's long rumored AR and VR headset. So that's pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to this new integration of iOS 17. I always like when Apple makes that jump from whether it be 12 to 13 to 14 to 15, whenever they make that jump to the actual full next number, not the in-between betas. I really appreciate those because usually it's all just fine-tuning. What can we add? So it seems like this one is more focused on like the car aspect, but I am pretty sure that Apple is going to expand on that dynamic island. They emphasized it so much for iOS 16. And it's a couple features that I wonder why it's not already included in the dynamic island, like, you know, receiving messages through dynamic island, being able to interact with that. Again, they advertise it as, hey, this is where software and hardware, you know, they complement each other and they meet. There's still a lot of, you know, core Apple features that could be useful to use that dynamic island, but in time we'll see what Apple plans to do with this. But that's going to be all for this video, you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you enjoying iOS 16? Are you signed up for the public beta and you're testing some of those features that's probably going to come to iOS 17? Also, are you looking forward to iOS 17? And if you are, what are some features you would like to see in iOS 17? Yeah, just leave a comment down below and I will check them out, and trust me, I will definitely respond. But thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.